Hey, what's going on, y'all? I'm Ashley.
And I'm Amy Nicole.
And on this episode of The Double Scoop, we have Todd Burnett and Ashley Wright. And they'll talk to us about their film After the Honeymoon.
Okay, so I know it has been a while since you guys have seen me. I kind of went ghost on you, but
Welcome. It's always so nice seeing a new couple move into the neighborhood. We're gonna be just like sisters.
Babe.
So we're married. We have just gotten back from our honeymoon. Things are great so far. We're gonna be like the talk of the neighborhood.
Surprise. Mama's home.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Double Scoop. Today on the show, we have Ashley and Todd.
Hello.
And they're going to talk about their web series, After the Honeymoon.
Yes.
So first of all, just tell us a little bit about the film. Like, what is it about?
You want to take this? I mean, I can take it. If you're going to give it to me, I'll take it. All right. So After the Honeymoon, it is a web-based show. We're super excited about it. It stars Kelly, so I'm the lead actress in it, and Keith, he's a school teacher. I'm like a beauty blogger, and they have just gotten married. So their lives are now about to be merged together for the very first time. And there's gonna be some comical moments and some, things like that, but definitely some heart-to-heart moments. But it really depicts what life is like. They didn't live together before they were married, anything of that nature. So now they're married and they're merging their lives together. I won't say they're polar opposites, but they got their differences. And so it's just interesting to see how they kind of get into their flow of being a couple.
Okay, and so Todd, you're the director and writer. So is this your first project?
It's not my first project. I've done a play before, and I've definitely done some writing before. This is my first project that I've done film-wise. So my partner in crime, Robert Weld II, he is also a writer, director, and producer on the show. And pretty much we just came together and wanted to create an idea. And he said he had something he was working on, and pretty much we just meshed together and wrote out a show. So it was like, let's make it happen.
What made y'all want to focus on relationships?
Well, pretty much he said that he had a conversation with his mother and father, and they have been married over 30 years, and he asked them what was life like right after the honeymoon.
Yeah.
And sometimes we sort of get into this phase where everything may seem beautiful and everything's just perfect. So we had never really seen a show like that on television. Typically you see like a dating relationship that may turn into a marriage, or you may see the wife and kids after, everything. So we wanted to start right there the day after they get back to see things that they go through. And they're definitely focusing on the fact that they were not living together beforehand. So they get that first experience of, if you're leaving the toilet seat up, if you want to do something by yourself, if you can't cook. So they're definitely going through that.
But I think that's like a really good topic to focus on, because I feel like our generation, like you don't see people our age married, like or staying married anymore.
Especially with social media. Like I saw this one of the things that y'all wanted to focus on. It's like, how has social media affected relationships now? It's like you have comparisons. Like, so what do y'all think about that? Like, just like, how has social media made it worse? Has it made it easier to connect to people, or the opposite?
I think it depends. Everything has its pros and its cons. And I definitely think sometimes the way social media is used now is just for that highlight reel. Oh, we're perfect. Everything is great. No, I hate you today. And I might be divorcing you tomorrow. So I think social media influences people to believe that the struggles they have are just isolated to them, versus it being that other couples are going through those same things. Because it is the highlight reel versus that behind the scenes, the quote we hear so often. So I think it's made couples feel like they're inadequate, or like they're not doing the marriage thing right or the relationship thing right, when there's no cookie cutter way to do it. Every person is different. So when you have a union, that union's going to be different because you have two different people coming together, to form something. So social media has its disadvantages. I think advantage-wise, then you have couples who share those vulnerable moments and those moments of, you know, we had a crazy argument last night, or hey, you know, we are having struggles with our children, and your people are able to see that, and then they're able to identify with that, and it, you know, it lessens them feeling isolated. It doesn't make it so severe for them.
And this film, like, this is actually like just a pilot episode, right?
So far. So it's going to turn into a full-out series. So we were able to come together, essentially almost everybody, strangers, except for just a handful, yeah. So we came together, did like an Airbnb for the weekend, and, you know, fought for bed space and stuff, and just recorded the pilot, just a weekend in March, I think it was. And so with a lot of editing and things, we now have an official pilot episode, and we have screenings where people can view it and say, oh, like, this is something I would love to watch, or oh, that's stupid, y'all should make it, which they haven't said, thankfully. But, you know, we have the pilot episode, so this fall we'll be recording for like the full series to launch in the spring.
Okay, well, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And with the casting, since y'all pretty much strangers, how was like the casting process? Like, how did y'all even go about trying to choose?
The casting. So me and Rob, we went out on different casting sites to search for people. Majority of the talent that reached out, they were located in Atlanta, so that's one of the main reasons why we are filming the show in Atlanta.
Okay.
Ashley, I've actually worked with her on a play that I did before, so I was like, Ashley, come audition and come in there and do it. And of course we cast Ashley, but it was definitely, the fun part about the casting was definitely seeing how we had the characters written out on page, how we wanted them to look or act, and actually getting to speak with everyone who auditioned. And we honestly, probably one person who we cast actually fit the character description we had. Everyone else, you know, they came in, they brought something different. I'm like, okay, this is the direction I want to see this character go. Even for one of the main characters who's playing Kelly's husband, he's not at all what we had written on paper, but he auditioned for another character. And as soon as I saw his audition, I was like, no, that's the main character. That's the main character. Yeah. So I love that part about the audition process, and even just filming the show itself, we've seen directions that we may want to take characters, or if you need to recast a part or cast a different part. So that makes it so much fun. So that's why we wanted to do the pilot, to see what direction we wanted to go, and then go back in and film the full series.
And I noticed that, like, with the cast, it was very diverse. Like, the interracial couple, was that, like, important?
Yeah, I was wondering about that. Was that something that y'all want to focus on too?
You know, well, we think it's something that hasn't been seen as much as it could be. We're huge on people being represented. So if we're able to represent a household, again, you know, Keith came in, where Aaron came in and read for a totally, you know, different part. But just them being able to see the flexibility of his character, okay, hey, it makes sense. So that's just another add-on for the show. Now we have this couple who's going to represent so many other households, where interracial dating, you know, for a while was very taboo. It was illegal, you know, to marry someone of a different race at one point, up until just a few decades ago. And so now, since that it is so much more common, and it's people are so much more accepting, why not represent a family, you know, who maybe doesn't have as much representation?
Right. So when will the next screening is going to be when?
So we don't have another screening that we're planning right now. So right now we're doing more so a lot of fundraising for the actual show. And Todd can tell you more about the fundraising piece.
So definitely for our fundraising, you can visit us at GoFundMe/afterthehoneymoon. As far as screenings for people who may want to invest in the show or have people who may want to donate, they can definitely reach out to us on the email, which is afterthehoneymoon2017@gmail.com. From there, we can see if we can set up a screening in their city. It can be your church, it can be your organization. We'll be more than happy to come out to share the show with you, because we're always looking for great ideas from the people who come out to our screenings. We've asked, you know, what would you like to see in the show? And, you know, people have definitely given feedback about things that they don't see on television that they would like to see. So, you know, we're always looking for that feedback.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for coming out to the show.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to see how the show is going to grow.
Oh, yeah.
So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.